Hi everyone. I wanted to share some information about a book I just read called The Chocolate Touch by Patrick Skene Catling. And it has pictures by Margot Apple. And this is the main character. His name is John Midas. And John Midas loves to eat chocolate. He'd rather eat chocolate over anything else that was offered to him on the dinner plate. And then so he found this magic coin in the story, and he takes it to this chocolate shop that pops up and buys this box of chocolate. And when he opens it up, there's this lovely piece of chocolate inside, and he eats it. When he wakes up the next morning, he finds out that everything that he puts in his mouth turns to chocolate. And at first, he really likes that, but then he starts to notice that when he puts anything else in his mouth, it also turns to chocolate and becomes problematic. So, like for example, he starts to chew on his friend's pencil that he borrowed, and it turned to chocolate. So then he couldn't return it, and they got really mad. One of his friends one of his friends received a 50-cent piece. It was silver coin for their birthday, and he bit it to see if it was actually silver, because that's something that you're supposed to do, I guess. And it also turned to chocolate, and it made her really mad. So more throughout the story, he's finding out that just eating chocolate is not what you want. He just really wanted to taste the creamy taste of milk. He wanted to have a nice cool drink of water, and every time he would do that, it would turn into chocolate. And so the end of the story, he's learning that eating just chocolate is not something you want to do all the time, and he learned his lesson. And at the end of the book, he loses the chocolate touch through his mouth, and then everything turns back to normal. And then he's thinking about eating chocolate in moderation. I thought this was really kind of an interesting play on the Midas touch, where the man always touches everything and it turns gold. This time is where everything he puts in his mouth turns to chocolate. I really suggest reading this book. It's very interesting. It kind of draws you in, and just wondering if maybe there's something about chocolate that brings you to the story. I know I like chocolate, so that was part of the reason I picked it up and wanted to read it. And it was a chapter book, so it did take me a little bit to get through the story, but it was well worth it in the end. Hopefully you'll check out The Chocolate Touch.